Hi there, Solar Pros. This is Ben with Easy Mode Media, the solar marketing specialist. Now, what I'm going to do today is talk about web design for solar companies. You might think your website's good, but I guarantee you're making at least one of these mistakes I'm going to cover. I've found 7 websites, some really bad, some that need a little bit of work, some that are pretty good. One actually is quite good. So I'm going to go through each of these 7 websites and show you what each does really, really well and what each website does really bad, just so you can analyze and see what's going on in your website. You might think your website looks great, and a lot of solar companies' websites look great, but it doesn't mean they generate leads. That's what we're after, right? If you're sending thousands of people to your website, but no one gets in touch with you, who cares? It's all about consistent and qualified lead generation for your solar company, right? So let's look at exactly what this means, exactly what type of features you should be looking for on your website, where to implement them, and why they matter, right? So I'm going to cover 5 typical topics in this video. So you really have to understand that website design for a solar company is the foundation of your marketing campaigns, right? You can run ads, you can do fantastic SEO, but if your website sucks, it's not going to draw in leads, so who cares, right? You're wasting money. You do need to know exactly how people are converting through your website, right? So that brings up point 3 and 5. So tracking leads through your solar website. If you don't track conversions, you don't know what's going on. I'll touch on those a little bit, and understanding how your customers interact with your site, just in general, right? We're also going to touch on call to actions, so how people get in touch with you and where people really look for these call to actions to be in place. So either a phone call or a contact form, right? And I'm going to finally touch on local SEO, organic SEO signals, where to add them basically on your site. So have a watch of this all the way at the end. A lot of these 7 websites that I found do things really, really badly. Some do things really, really well. So take aspects from the good side of things and implement it as needed, right? So the first one we're going to touch on is WRP Solar. So if I do touch on your website, I'm not trying to be rude or mean or anything like that. It's just constructive criticism. I only work with solar companies. I know what converts. I know what makes a solar company website convert. So take this information as an opportunity to improve your site to generate more consistent solar leads. So having a look here, there's several things that this website could do better. So WRP Solar, first is like why solar. So the menu, we've got an about page, which is fantastic. Um, we've got a contact, why solar, all that kind of stuff. So I don't know exactly what they do. I see there's a home with solar, so it's residential solar. I can kind of make that assumption, but Power the Future goes solar with WRP Solar. I'd be If you're only doing residential, stick to talking about residential. Don't talk about broad solar. Don't just say solar panels. You need to actually be specific. Um, for the homepage, we really only want to target the branded keywords. So WRP Solar. Don't worry about home solar installations, home solar panels. That is all service pages. So for residential installations, create a service page that residential solar panel installation, home solar installation, that kind of stuff, right? We're just going to keep talking about the content before I jump to the next point. So why solar? This is pretty good. So, why do people want solar, right? So our mission could definitely be better. Like, I'll touch on why in a moment. I really like this map. I think that map is good. It'd be better if it was interactive. So if I clicked, say, California, then I'd go to a California location page, talking about NEM 3.0, all that kind of stuff, right? Um, that's really, really targeted to that location. Now, okay, so that's the home page. Let's jump up. and talk about call to actions. So call to action is how someone gets in touch with you, right? So form submission or phone call is usually going to be the two ways people get in touch with solar companies, right? I would remove the get a free quote button, put a phone number up there. Put your phone number up there, you're going to get more phone calls. I guarantee it. If you do this, you follow my advice on putting a phone number up in the top right hand corner, and you don't get more calls, leave a comment below and let me know, because I guarantee that you will get more calls. Instead of a get a free quote button, put a contact form. So there's no contact form on the home page at all, which means then I have to go to the contact page to find contact information to submit a request, right? The idea with call to actions for solar websites is make it easy for people to get in touch with you. I'll show you some good examples of this in a bit, but the easier it is for someone to get in touch with you, the more people will get in touch with you. It is that simple. Don't be all fancy. Don't try and put a chatbot up here and then, you know, all this kind of stuff that just doesn't work. Make it simple. Your main conversion points should be accessible on every single page. I'll say that again. Your main conversion points should be accessible on every single page. And I'll show you a couple of examples of that in a bit. So a few other things this website doesn't have. Where is their reviews, their testimonials? You're not generating trust. You know, why should people choose you? Talk about, you've got down here, so your partner in solar excellence. Why? Why should people choose you? And this is just too much text. If it takes you that long to tell a customer why people should choose you, you need to rethink it. So why solar? Fair enough. Just like every other company out there. What makes you different? What makes you stand out among your competitors? Otherwise, they're going to go to the competitors, right? If a competitor has testimonials, reviews, project pages, all that kind of stuff, then, and you don't, well, who would you pick? You know what I mean? So our mission, why we do it, talk about like why choose WRP Solar for the best solar installations in location. Something like that. It has to separate you from the competitors, otherwise you're going to get lost in the noise, right? All right, so why solar page? It's okay. I mean, it's it's very limited content, and the content that is here, it's just big blocks. Guarantee that most people are not going to read that. People are going to skim. So people are going to come to this page, probably read the 4-step because it stands out. They might read 1, 2, 3, 4 headlines, but it's not really selling them, right? Really talk about why solar is such a good investment, or like how does solar work. Like, so your solar panels capture energy from sunlight. It's okay. It's just not generating trust. Why? Like, it's not getting people excited about going solar, right? And then once again, no contact form. So it's definitely not the worst site. I've got a worse site on this list, but you're missing quite a few important factors, right? So let's jump to the next one. This is Three Counties Energy Solutions. They are in the UK, and straight away, several things jump out at me as this website is quite dated. I wonder if there's a, yeah, so just this website in general, it just seems kind of rushed, put together. It doesn't really hit. They've got a video which is great. Contact form, so get your free quotation. They're obviously trying to pre-qualify leads here a little bit. So like, what's your monthly electricity bill? Really important to design and install a solar installation, right? The text over batteries, it blends in. Like solar panels, it should be residential solar panels. I think these guys do residential and commercial, so fair enough, that makes sense. But I looked into this, I've researched into this site a little bit. You've got solar PV, residential, commercial, and then you've got a services page. The menu is just all these pages that are mixed in, and it's confusing for someone. It's confusing for me, and I visit solar websites every single day. Have a solar panels, residential, commercial, services page maybe, but really I've looked into the page and it doesn't really jump out at me as it's only talking really about solar panels, battery storage. But then if I come to this, I want to be able to click into the battery storage page. Don't just leave me here. Click into it, because if someone's looking for your services, like, oh, battery storage, okay, let me look at the batteries, but I can't. It's a huge user experience issue. People are going to get annoyed. People are going to get pissed off and leave your website, right? Now, overall, this site's content is better, but like, how am I'm not going to be able to read that phone number. It doesn't stand out. It doesn't absolutely smack me in the face. Up here, yeah, all right, that's good. Also, the sun, put a video up there of your team installing solar panels. Like, I get the solar energy, I get it, comes from the sun, but it's not driving someone. It's not getting someone excited to put solar panels on their roof, right? And like, it's just very dated. Like, we've just got images of like pages up here of a PDF or something. Example quotation. Okay, interesting. Um, but yeah, it just looks dated. Okay, so really have a think about how people interpret your website. Like, if they see this, is that going to get them excited? Are they going to trust you? Or are they going to go to one of your competitors? So, the region's #1 solar energy company. Why? How are you? Like, don't just say that. Anyone can say that. I could say I'm the best region solar company as well, but it doesn't mean anything if I'm not giving you evidence of why. Why should people trust you over your 100 other competitors they can choose from? If you can't answer that, you've got a marketing issue. You've got a branding issue. What's your unique selling point, your USP? If you don't know that, well, you're going to have a hard time marketing. All right. So overall, some things, I think this site would be maybe a little bit better just because of the content, but it's not by much. I really like this. These give a lot of trust. Here's our partners. Here's the people that really believe in us and trust us. That's why you should trust us. But where are the reviews? Where are the testimonials? I don't think there's any. So this is just a YouTube video. There's a lot of text and there's just no trust signals. The one thing that, if we jump back quickly to WRP, there's no local SEO information in the footer. So local SEO information is going to be at a very base level, is your business name, business address, and your business phone number. You want those three things visible on every page. Standard practices, you put them in the footer. So there's nothing here. You've got the WRP Solar, but that's just a logo. Google might not necessarily look at that too much. You really want to have your NAP information, name, address, phone number. So this website does that a bit better. Don't know why they've split their address up into 3. Just keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate things. You've got your name, address, phone number. So Google's at least going to be able to read that. Okay? But like, oh, here is the testimonial. That is, I would say, the worst testimonial I've seen positioning wise. Don't put it in there. Put it front and center. Like, I've been on this website for about half an hour and I just noticed it now. If I'm just noticing it, your customers aren't reading it. put it front and center, and like May 2020, have you got any reviews in the last 3 years, 3.5 years? You're not generating trust. You're doing your website a disservice by putting the data in there like that. All right. So CA Home Solar, we're jumping back to California, and it should be pretty obvious what my comments are going to be about this site. It looks like it was made in the 90s. Actually, I'm pretty sure it hasn't been updated for 7 years. So there's definitely an issue there. Let's put it like this. If you were looking at two restaurants to go to dinner, and you looked at both of their websites, one site had really lovely, amazing, tasty looking food, and other was a grainy picture. It looked cold. It looked disgusting. Which one would make you more hungry? Which one do you think you'd go to, right? If your decision was based off a website, that's what people are judging you. That's how people are judging, right? If they don't know anything else about you, why should they trust you? And like first impressions, this company, I would say this company doesn't exist anymore because that website is so dated, all right? And recently completed. I don't think that does anything. Yeah, view work inquiry. This is a very, very dated site. We've got stock images. Like, it's not generating any trust. It honestly just feels, nah. I'd be very, very surprised if this company converted anything from their website. Okay, so we've got pictures here. So advertise that. Like, it could be a better picture. It's a bit grainy, it's tilted, stuff like that. But at least you've got pictures, right? Why put all your pictures here and then put pictures of leaves? It doesn't make sense. I get it's green energy, but you're not giving people the information they need. Like, that could be anything. That could be a pottery class. It could be, a gardening class. It could be how to grow strawberries. You're not pushing solar, right? Keep it simple. Don't try and overdo things, but be a little bit wary about people's interpretation of your site especially when they first visit it. When they first visit your site, you've got maybe 10, 20 seconds, to make a really good impression, or people are going to leave. You're going to miss out on that lead. It's simple as that. And it's just not good. It needs to be updated. And yeah, I'm not even really going to worry about the rest of it because like top 2016, top 2015 solar contractors, if this website is live, they have massive issues. All right, so let's jump into a few websites that do things a lot better. Okay, this is Your Energy Solutions. So NEM 3.0, it's California again, just judging by that wording. And let's just compare. If you came to these two websites, they're both in California, right? Which one are you going to choose? Like, it's pretty obvious which one is generating the trust. You can see workers, they've got all these lifts. It's super safe. They're all strapped in. We've got their branding everywhere. Like, why are you still paying for electricity? Yeah, why are you? Like, it gets people excited. Stop. Like, this stuff is very, very easy to implement. You just need to have a bit of a think about what are people looking for. Okay. So another thing here, we've got a phone number up in that top right hand corner. Probably could be a little bit bigger, but there's nothing else around it either. Like the free quote, a lot of space in here. My eyes are drawn to those two features, right? It's very, very powerful. If I click that phone number, it takes me straight to an open the phone link. And it follows the user down. So I could be here, be like, oh, what are the benefits of solar? Saving money, reliable power, clean energy? Sure, I'm straight on the phone with you. That's the power of a good website design. You can make it easy for people to get in touch with you, reduce the friction of people exploring your site. You'll get more leads. Trust me, you'll get more leads as long as you've got the traffic coming, obviously. Um, okay, so let's kind of roll through a little bit. Okay, so here we go. 25-year production guarantee, workmanship warranty, uh, roof penetration warranty. That's a little bit of a interesting thing. I don't see too many companies selling that at that point. 100% in-house labor, no subcontractors. If they're all like kind of being trained in electrical at some degree, that does also sell. So it's it's generating the trust. Like we're experts, right? Two showroom locations. Okay, so they got two locations, so they should have two addresses in their footer. We'll check that out. But this here gets people to trust you. This information, like why should people trust you? It's very similar warranties and plans and stuff like that that like other solar companies will provide this like 25-year production guarantee. Sure, that's pretty like workmanship guarantee, pretty standard, right? Maybe not 25 years, but quite standard in the solar industry, right? Depending where you're from. But just stating it like this, it's easy to see. We've got a video here that's 2 minutes 40, which is actually pretty good. The video comes auto muted, which is very, very important. Don't automatically play music or sounds or anything like that. It's really annoying. It really annoys people. And yeah, it just generates trust, right? So, yep. So we've got Your Energy Solutions, we've got a phone number, and then we've got their two locations over here. So definitely not what I would have done, but they're there, right? It makes sense. It's there. And then we've got the service territories where they serve. These could be individual pages. So you've got solar, residential, commercial, inverters. What you can also do to take that one step further is solar installation San Jose or solar panels in San Francisco, and then create the best article out there about solar energy in San Francisco. Why should people living in San Francisco care? Why should people get in touch with you to generate trust at a specific state city level, right? That stuff really does work, but it needs to be done right. Google has just released an update where it has hurt really low quality content. A lot of solar companies have been hurt because a lot of like SEO agencies will just copy paste, say the same stuff on each page, not change it up, not write great content, and yeah, they've obviously been feeling the pinch in the last few weeks. So great content, but targeted content. Say if to touch on that, if I lived in San Francisco, we'll say, and I typed in what's why go solar, what is solar energy? If you had that listed on your site for like San Francisco solar energy, so panel installations, San Francisco, something like that, Google's going to see that, be like, oh, this person's looking for solar energy. They're located in San Francisco. We've got this page that's just talking about solar in San Francisco. So it is really, really good, but it needs to be specific. It needs to be really well written. And just to touch on this site, I think their branding is quite good. They've got video. If we jump to the solar installation process, which is right here in their main menu, you can see their team straight away. The team is right there. It's perfect. Like generating trust because they can see who, like these guys be coming to their house to install solar. They've got their work trucks. They've got their logos in here. Got solar. That's kind of cool. Um, just generates trust, right? You can see people work them. That kind of stuff. 3D like model plan, all that kind of stuff. If we had a look between these two sites, which solar company in California are you choosing? So we've got residential. This could be better. This could be residential solar installations, residential solar panels, solar energy for your home, something like that. Tell Google, hey, this is solar for residential. Just make it painfully obvious. Obviously, don't cram all the words that doesn't make sense, but make it so it's really, really obvious exactly what you're talking about. Customer stories here. This is fantastic. So this is 3 videos, 3 customer testimonials. The video is crazy powerful. Like it's really, really good. They've done a fantastic job with this. So the one thing that I would, there it is, why your energy solutions. So I'd make this a little bit bigger, in all honesty. This is really cool. I like this. It is an image. I would be putting that into text because, so if I open this image, Google isn't necessarily going to be able to read all that. Some images they might be able to, but text, in my experience, works a lot better. So actually just put it in there, put it like a dot point format, that kind of stuff, right? So areas we serve, we're local. Bit of a, not much content on here, so we're not going to spend too much time on it. But we're going to move to SLE Green Energy. You can see straight away that there is video. Great. Fantastic. So call today. You pretty much just need the phone number. Now, one thing I noticed about this site is this is great. You know, this button jumps around. It's, if my mouse curves over it, it's probably a little bit too fast. But if I try and click this, it's not going anywhere. You can see my mouse is trying to click it and it's not going anywhere. So that's fantastic, but it needs to go somewhere. Like if I click that, get them on the call. Don't annoy people. Don't like have to, then I'm sitting here typing in the phone number manually. I'm going to make mistakes, that kind of stuff. Just make it simple, but make sure things work. If your site's broken, trust me, you're losing leads. You're losing leads every single month. This is really good. The SLE Green Energy Advantage. Why trust them? Okay. Honesty, integrity, expertise. It's kind of overdone, but it's there. It's better than nothing. So what is your primary area of interest? Interesting. So learn more. So where's this? We'll click this button. Saving money with green energy. So it goes off their website. I don't know why we do that, but yeah, it goes off their website. Now, if I click back, certifications and recognition, that is powerful. So like recognition, certifications, you could put in partnerships. It's here, fantastic, really, really good. So yeah, why choose them? I don't really understand what only win-win installations is. Like it's a win for the company, a win for the customer, but you could talk about support, you know, like quality support, the best support out there, done right the first time, honesty beyond reproach, quality and care over quantity. That's kind of cool. I like these 3. This one could be better, but I mean, still, it's there. It's better than nothing. Professional partnerships, really, really good. They've got some big, they got Power, Enphase, Generac, huge names. Everyone knows those names, right? Anyone that's done a little bit of research anyway. So solar power, we'll open that page up and they've got their name over here, you know, phone number, address, contact form finally, but I would look to have that a bit higher on the page. And all right, so let's jump to, once again, it's going off website. So you've got gnq.fic Bluehost. I'm not sure why they take that off the website. I don't know why it's set up like that. It's backwards. Because basically Google is seeing SLE energy and this page is 2 different sites. Like even though they've got the same branding, the same name, the same information, it's two different sites because it's a completely different address. Okay, so keep the users on site. Get all your content on your site. Get them exploring your website, visiting more pages on your site. So a little bit too much text here, but it's not too bad at all. See, this stuff when you've got things sliding in and bouncing around. Like if I'm down here and I want to read something now, I have to wait to now for things to be loaded. Don't try and make your website too fancy. Keep it simple. Do the simple things well, right? Like it took too long to load in. I get all these nice features. A lot of owners think that fancy websites sell. They sometimes they do, but if your website isn't providing the best experience, if I have to wait 2 or 3 seconds to be able to read content, it's going to be annoying. You're going to piss people off. People are going to leave to your competitors. Just that's how it works. You've got a little bit too much text here too. Like it's just no one's going to read that entire thing. Like here, like we provide a 25-year complete system warranty on all parts and installation. That should be a heading. Like that shouldn't be right at the bottom buried with other text. Make it obvious. Make people trust you, right? I mean, I get it, $0 out of pocket, no payments for 2 years for qualified candidates, but this is huge. Where's the rebates? Where's the information about rebates and incentives, right? I know NEM changed everything a lot for California, but I think these guys are in California. Texas. Okay, fair enough. So Texas, you definitely got rebates and incentives, whatever they are. Then yeah, you need to get people a little bit more excited, a little bit more interested about what you do. This is good. You've got branded. I can see your trucks here. It kind of sucks that the text goes over it because if I see the image up here and the image here, I know you guys care a little bit about your website, right? From out. Okay. See now, this is an issue here too because we've got the same content. We've got a little bit more content here. We've got a couple of paragraphs, but we've got this exact same headings. And that's okay for 1 or 2 pages, or like maybe 3 or 4. But if you're doing like 20 or 30 pages with the exact same headings, Google's going to start to see all this same content and it's going to get annoyed. It's not going to rank you that well, right? So just like you've got the same content, we provide a 25-year complete system. Like your content needs to be unique. It needs to be different, right? All right. About Us Green Energy Texas is not a good URL. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there right now. About SLE Green Energy, it should be this. About us. Even about. Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate things. Google's going to look at that in Green Energy Texas. The Green Energy Texas should be a blog post. Talk about the opportunities, the benefits, the solutions that Green Energy for Texas has. All right. Don't try and smash all this content in there because it doesn't work. It just doesn't. It's a terrible SEO strategy. Okay? Residential solar power company. You don't really need that in there. Residential solar. That's what I was saying. Residential solar, not just residential. All right? You could do residential solar installation, solar panels, solar energy, something like that. You've got residential solar solutions. So we've seen this before. It's the same. It's not terrible, but then we've got this exact same text. We've probably got this. We've got this. Like this page wouldn't be ranking because 90% of the content lives on other pages or multiple pages on the site. Unique content. Okay. Save energy by your own green. Okay, and here we go again. Like Google's seeing this exact same content on the homepage, the about page, the residential, the commercial page. No wonder this site isn't ranking that well. It could be ranking so much better, but you've got the same content everywhere. It's going to be hurting you in search results. All right, so I'm going to try and get through these sites a little bit faster, 35 minutes into this video. A Little Green Energy Company. All right, so services, we've got commercial, solar. That's way too much text. Way too much text. No one's reading any of that. Like, I bet you, I would put money that no one has ever read the entirety of that paragraph. Ever. Just, it's in the middle of a block of text. I'm going to look at this. I'm going to read that. I'm going to read the headings maybe. Maybe a sentence here and there. It's too much text. People get bored. People lose interest. You need to constantly be fueling that fire. They, oh, why choose solar? Why go solar? Why choose us? Here's our team. Here's a video. Keep people interested, right? So these are in Surrey, London, Kent. So basically the UK. We've got address, phone number here. So like, there's not one review on this site. And then if you look down here, we can see 272 customer reviews. You have 272 reviews, and I can't find a single one on your homepage. Well, that's the commercial page. Let's see if we can go back to the homepage. I might have spoke too soon. Our services, too much text. It's like this jumping back and forth, making people's eyes shift left and right, left and right. It's annoying. It's annoying. This is really cool. This shows people like where they've installed. I don't know what the difference between the colors are. Maybe it's just random. There's a whole bunch of orange here. I don't know. Like, yeah, I like it. It could be done better. Here we go. Finally, we've got some testimonials. Put them up the top. Put them like right at the top. What is it here? Is it this website? This website done really, really well. Here, residential solar panel installation, residential solar energy, customer stories. This is people that have worked with us, got installations, and this is why they love us, right? Okay, so customer reviews. So this verified review, all right, that's great. But then if it doesn't say it here at Google, you're diminishing the power of those Google reviews. Just little bits like that. Put some of these on the homepage. You'll do better. You'll do better. Trust me. Case studies. Let's have a look at a case study. Saving the day on domestic solar. What do you mean saving the day on domestic solar? Like, where's this located? West Sussex County. Let's just assume that this installation was West Sussex County. Solar panel installation in West Sussex County. A happy customer. That's what this page should be. It's a case study. Stop. People don't care. People don't care about saving the day on domestic solar. If you put West Sussex solar panel installation or completed project, West Sussex, anyone from West Sussex be like, oh wow, I live here, I'm looking for solar. Interesting, right? Way too much text. It's not broken up by headings. There's images here, but like this is pretty cool. They've got so this paragraph here is them, the company. So the company's saying something and then a response from the client. You should be making that much more obvious that these are the client's words, right? These are the client's words. This is what the client had to say. That's really, really cool. It, it's it is really well thought out and process. It's just the page is terribly executed. Okay, the content is great there, right? It's actually the words from someone. It's the words from your customer. It's just you need to put it more thought into how the page is structured. All right. And also, if like there was a video testimony on here, 10 out of 10. It would be great. But all right. So award-winning solar panel. So services solar panel. All these locations here, Kent, Surrey, Sussex, have them individual pages. You'll rank so much better for those areas. Okay. This is a much I like this page a lot better. There's a lot that could still be improved. This is solar panel installation for Mr. A in Rochester. Don't worry about Mr. A. No one cares about his name. Solar system installation Rochester. Rochester. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that name. You know, no one cares about Mr. M, Mr. C, Mr. A. Solar panel installation in X location or completed solar installation in. All right. This this is really cool. I like this. Carbon offset. That's not many companies will include that in their case studies, but just solar panel FAQs make that a whole different page. It's going to putting this on this page is going to take away from this other great content up here, right? You know, I think there's a little bit too much information here. I don't think people are going to read it. So you've got services PV. What if you're going to put an FAQ page? So this is home solar, I'm assuming. Yeah, okay. So solar panels at home. This is 100% home. Make these dedicated to questions you get asked from clients about home solar installations, right? So like, how long does solar panel installation take? How long does home solar panel installation take? How much do solar panels cost for my home? Right? If you're going to do this, if you're going to do an FAQ page, make it relevant. Make it relevant to the service page you're talking about. Solar panels work in the rain. Like a lot of this stuff, a lot of these are going to do much, much better as a blog post. But that's a whole content marketing strategy. So Solar for Good is the last one, also in the UK. Now these guys are one of the best ones, one of the best websites I've been able to find in about the hour I looked around. Um, so what I really, really like about these guys is branding straight away. We'll get rid of that. Solar panel installation company in UK. Exactly what people are probably searching for that. Exactly. You can see their team members, right? Perfect. This is this is all you need to do. So get someone up on a ladder, up on a building, park a couple of trucks, get your team, get a solar panel. That'll probably take what, half an hour max to get that image, and that will drive so much more trust than just stock images. It's not hard, and it will continue working for you. You'll be able to post that on social, anywhere you want. You can repurpose that image so many times, so effectively, that it's probably one of the best images on their site. So 15, so there should be a heading here. Like, why choose Solar for Good? Why choose us, right? Because we've done more than 1,500 installations. We've installed more than 10,000 megawatt hours. We've removed 2,500 tons. This should be, I get what you're saying. I get that you're removing carbon from the atmosphere, but people don't know that. Okay, so have a look at your site and really visit your site like it's the first time you're ever looking at the site. Okay? Services we provide, mm, it's okay, but I'm not going to dive too much into it. Okay, interesting. Mm, I'm not going to say anything about that because I don't have access to the data. It might work. There are some issues with that, but like package one, all about like small business, medium business, large business, small home, medium home, or like s- small home, small home and off grid, or off grid small home, something like that. Because you're doing battery, right? You're definitely talking about sustainable energy storage solutions. So kind of make it a little bit clearer there. You'll probably do a bit better. Why choose solar for good? All right, fantastic. So I would probably move this maybe even up above here, or move that down maybe. Move this area down because that just there, it seems out of place. It's disjointed. Like, cool, but like, what, like, do I have to assume that's because like that's why I should trust you guys, or it doesn't flow well? So if you put that down here, be like, hey, why choose us? We've done 1,500 installations, etc. We've got these awards recognitions. Fantastic. Our customers love us. Perfect. This is actually really good. They've got their video testimonials and then they've got text testimonials. So if I don't want to watch a video, say if I am in a library and I didn't bring my headphones, I can I can read. They're really long, really really long, but contact form. Um, okay, I'm in, and then they've got their 5 offices. Fantastic. Like it's there's definitely things they could do better, for sure. I mean, every site there's always things you could do better. No site is ever perfect. All right, but like perfect residential. Like this is the same picture we were looking at before. It's just eye level. Key benefits. They've got this again. This is really really good. So residential solar panels in the UK. Project case studies. This page should convert. This page should do quite well as long as there's traffic going to it. But you know, it would do quite well. It's very simple. You know, it's not. It doesn't have things sliding in or fancy and all that kind of stuff. It's got branded. It's got case studies. It's got why trust them. It's got trust values, right? You could put those video testimonials here. Like, hey, here's a video testimonial. Just one. Just put one video testimonial. Put the best one for residential solar, right? Okay, so 49 minutes video, very long video. Thank you for sticking with me and watching this all the way through. I hope you guys found something useful from this. If you did, yeah, just give the video a like, subscribe if you want to be alerted when I release new videos like this. And if you've got any questions, comments, in the comments below, and I'll reply to everyone. If you're interested about talking about seeing how we can revamp your website design, please get in contact. Easy Mode Media. My name is Ben. You'll speak directly with me, and we do solar company website design with our website software, our solar website software that is designed for conversions. All right. So if you are interested in a new website or a rebuild, get in touch with us, and more than happy to discuss how the process goes with us because it's not the same about all that. We do work a little bit differently than most other web design marketing agencies. We only work with solar companies and we know exactly what works. So if you are interested, get in touch, book a call, and we will have a chat. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.